All right, toy fans, we're back. I did not expect to be back this quickly, but I was in Walmart today and I found these. As you all know, I am a huge fan of the Loyal Subjects in general, and the Loyal Subjects has started a 5-inch line of action figures called Best Action BST AXN. Best Action is how it's pronounced. And they've got the Gremlins line. So I love Gremlins, and I had to buy them both. These are the two that they have right now. They have Gizmo and Stripe. The back of the box says Gizmo has 18 points of articulation. Stripe says he's got 29. Shows what the accessories are too. Different hands, skateboard, chainsaw for Stripe. Different hands, a Christmas hat, a trumpet, and a flaming bow and arrow for Gizmo. So I've got several different types of Gremlins already, so I want to break these two out and take a look at them, and we'll see how they match up. So let's see what they look like. All right, we've got them out of the box. I want to show you they've got the same box art in the background for both of them. It just says we're back, and then it shows sort of a graphic of the 3 rules. Don't get them wet, they're afraid of the light, and don't feed them after midnight. And we see what happens. So let's talk about the figures themselves. Gizmo comes with a Santa hat. It's got these little dimples on it. I don't know if you can really see them or not. There you go, if I sort of tilt it. But they sort of, it helps it sit on his head. That's actually really well designed in that regard. It's a very tight fit on his head, so that's kind of nice. He's got butterfly joints in his shoulders, so that's kind of impressive. But Gizmo being Gizmo is not going to have a lot of movability. He's got a twist at his abdomen. Yes, there's joints here at the hips, but that's not really much. His feet move a little bit, but not a ton. His arms really have the most movement. And then the head's on a swivel, and even that just based on, based on the size and the mold here, there's not really a lot of movement in that either, as you can see. So his arms are really what's the biggest draw. He's got hands for holding, as you can see. For one of his accessories, he's got a candy cane, got a trumpet. He can hold things with these hands pretty well. And then he's got some more open hands, which can be switched out. He's also got this nice flaming marshmallow bow and arrow made out of a paper clip. So all in all, very nice. Can't really complain about the paint job. Looks like it's a pretty good job. And I really, really love the way this hat attaches. I mean, like I said, it doesn't attach, but just the fact that they molded the bottom of that hat to go right along with the hair molding on his head, so it stays on there very nicely. Now, moving on over to Stripe. Way more articulation on this figure, as would be expected based on the figure itself, the character itself, excuse me. Still has those butterfly joints in the shoulder, so very nice movement. He's got double jointed elbows, as you can see here. A lot of movement there, and then, the hands. He's got a diaphragm as well as that abdomen twist. So that's impressive. He's got a cut on his thigh right there. And just his feet are just... there's a lot going on there. Lots of joints, so that he's very hyper-posable. He's got a couple of changeable hands as well, but as you can see, he can hold this chainsaw that he comes with. If I can get him to hold it. There you go. He can hold the chainsaw. Pretty impressive. And he comes with a skateboard. Now the skateboard, Loyal Subjects put a little Best Action branding on there. The wheels don't really move. I mean, they move, but he's not skating on this, so all in all, very nice. Now, what I want to talk about with these, the one thing that that does sort of bug me is just the scale in general. So, Loyal Subjects Best Action, they brought this out as a 5-inch line, okay? And they're just they stick with it. So as you can see here, I mean, these two characters are pretty similar in height, I guess. Now I have, Loyal Subjects also makes action vinyls, which is what really got me into Loyal Subjects, and they did make Gremlins as well. Same things. Same characters, sorry. So if you compare them, much smaller. Gizmo is a lot, well, I don't know, I guess they do sort of scale well. But my thing is this, scaling them with a 6-inch figure. So what does Cobra Commander think? Cobra Commander obviously thinks that the little guy in the action vinyls is adorable and scaled pretty nicely. See? So when you're trying to scale with some 6-inch figures, action vinyl is going to be the way to go with Loyal Subjects, because when you put Gizmo next to him, all of a sudden he looks like just enormous. And that's a little, it's just a little bit obscene in terms of the scaling. And finally, I want to compare him to one other figure, which I consider the gold standard of Gizmos, and that is the Neca version of Gizmo. So Neca made Gizmo a few years ago as well. He can actually move his eyes. It's crazy. His hat's sort of molded, but not nearly to the degree. It does shake off a lot easier. He came with a lot of the same accessories, like this candy cane. He also came with 3 swappable face plates. Ears move. More flexibility in the elbows. And just look at the scale, once again. I'm going to move. Well, here. You can look at him next to Cobra Commander. He's still quite big. I think Neca calls him a 7-inch scale. But really, when you put my Gizmos together, Loyal Subjects Action Vinyl, Neca, and Loyal Subjects Best Action. So it's really a matter of preference in my mind. If you want something that scales well with 6-inch figures, go with the Loyal Subjects Action Vinyls. If you just want something that's fun and a good price, because these are only $16 at Walmart, that's where I got mine today. This is really fun. It comes with basically all the same accessories as the Neca one, other than some of the swappable faceplates. I do still consider, though, the gold standard to be the Neca version of him. Just a lot more articulation. I think he scales better. The expression on his face is adorable. But it doesn't mean, and I think I got this for about $30 at Target. I think you can still get them there. So do I think you should buy the Best Action Gremlins from the Loyal Subjects? Yeah, I think they're great. I think they're excellent figures, and I'm glad I have them in my collection. But I'm not going to be using these to scale with some of my other figures. I think they're just amazing figures. I don't think I'd ever seen a butterfly joint on a Gizmo in all my life, so that's very fun. And like I said, good paint application for the price you're paying for a figure. I've seen way worse paint applications on more expensive figures than that. And same with Stripe, actually. He's got a lot more paint on him. And as you can see, I mean, look at his face. They did an amazing job there. Just amazing. All up and down the back, too. I mean, the backs of the ears, for goodness sakes. If you would just put him on a shelf, you're never going to know just how much attention to detail they put on the back of him. So I really do think they've done a good job with this line. I'm going to continue to buy them. You know, right now I've already got Aang from Last Airbender, and they've got Gandalf. My wife made me get some Buffy ones. There's some fantastic figures out there. They're doing really good work. So I was glad to see these as soon as they showed up in stores. I'm glad to own them. And I think if you want to be a fan of, if you are a fan of Gremlins, these would be a good addition to your collection. Like I said, $16, $15.99 each at Walmart is where I found them. And I think other people are starting to find them there too. So good luck. Happy hunting. Loyal Subjects Best Action BST AXN Gremlins line. This is a buy in my book. Thank you all for checking in and watching, and I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you next time.